What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Today we're going to be working on this Z71. I think I saw this one about like about 3 years ago. We're here to do a hand wax, and the wax is totally gone, which is gonna happen, right? But on today's video, guys, I really wanted to emphasize a lot about, I get asked a lot, like, Carlos, do you offer hand waxes, right? Or do you still believe in hand waxes? That's really what the video is going to be about, and I hope it kind of helps some of you that are just starting in this business and you're recently starting to get more hand waxes, or you want to offer these types of packages, right? I hope this video helps you out. So let's get all set up, let's wash this car, and let's have some fun. A question I get asked a lot is, Carlos, when is the best time to wax your car, right? Or when is the best time to offer these types of packages? I kid you not, for me, I think right now would be the best time to offer paint enhancements, right? Because the mornings are really cool, right? Right now we're probably around like 70 degrees, so it is not hot, not too cold, it's just right. Also, the panels are nice and cool, the wheels are nice and cool, like the sun is not hot, it's not beating the vehicle, and it's gonna make really your process just so much easier to do. Since there is no protection whatsoever, this paint is pretty much flat as a wall. I'm going to not use my strip wash, which usually would be Drive Auto Appearance Bucket Naked Soap, because I'm not gonna waste that product because the pricing is very premium. So for that, I'm just going to resort to my Max Shine pH neutral soap, which it doesn't strip no waxes, no sealants. In this case, there's nothing on here. So by using this is really well, and that's what we're gonna do. So we are going to do our foaming. And I put 2 ounces of product in the MJJC foam cannon. And as you guys can see, it is a very, very foamy. As well, the pressure washer we're using today, guys, is the Ryobi 1900 1.2 GPMs, which is really my most favorite to use. There's not a lot of pressure. It's electric, which works perfectly with my setup. All right, so one part you guys didn't see was I actually did a paint decontamination. We used the Adams, the orange gallon. So whenever I do an enhancement, my process, so let's just start with the pricing, because I know some of you guys may ask. The total price for a hand wax or a paint enhancement is $300, right? The process is always simple. We're gonna do a paint decontamination. We're gonna do a good clay bar or a clay treatment, and then we're going to wax the car. By doing these steps, by doing the proper steps, you're ensuring that the product bonds to the metal, right? That's one of the reasons this package is also high in cost, because you're doing all the proper steps to remove everything that's maybe embedded into the paint. Obviously, it's been so long. So that's one of the reasons why you take these precautions, or you take these steps to ensure that your product is going to bond to the metal. So that's one of the reasons why this is kind of costly as well, right? For me, I'm happy with 300. Some people will say, oh, I would have charged 400, 500 for that. For me, I'm really happy with 300, right? But after we do the paint decontamination, we've gone ahead and done the foam, right? And that's kind of releasing a lot of the dirt, bringing it all down. Now it's time for the actual hand washing phase, right? For me, I like to do it 2 things at once, right? So for the clay bar today, when it comes to claying, there's multiple process you can do, right? But for me, whenever I do a paint enhancement, I am usually using either a clay towel, right? They also sell, these are from Max Shine. They also sell the clay mitt. which usually I'll use this one because I will kind of use this as like my wash mitt. I'll flip it over, and then I have my claying side, right? And then we'll clay the vehicle, and that's pretty much it. And then you do have your physical clay bars, right? When I do enhancement, I will not pull out the clay bars. Those are more a little bit on the more, they are more on the more aggressive side. Sorry guys. So that's why I resort to these here, right? And I'll be posting a link obviously on the MaxShine website. You can use the code serranos15 and you can get 15% off all these products, right? So whenever I'm doing enhancements, I resort to kind of the least aggressive method. I don't want to induce too much marring into the paint, right? So these are my go-tos always. Obviously for today, we're gonna go with my clay mitt, and all I do, guys, is just dip it in my bucket with soap, and then I will do my contact wash as like this. And what I'll do is I'll just flip it, and then I'll just pretty much clay the paint. And that is pretty much it. It's very quick, right? Wash mitt one side, like this, flip it over, and now you clay your vehicle. And that is pretty much how I do it. The paint is nice and smooth now, and then just dip it back into your bucket. That way whatever's on there can kind of release and go down on the grit, on the bucket grit, or whatever you call those. But that is how I do it, right? Take me less than probably 3 hours to do this. It's not something that you're gonna sit here and just try to. It's really quick. Just wash, clay, and let's go. Alrighty guys, we are done with the prepping stage, right? That one sometimes takes you at least an hour, 30 minutes, depending on really how many people you got working with you, right? For me, I usually tend to give myself about an hour for that prepping stage, right? Just take my time, remove a lot of the contaminants that are in the paint. Now this paint is nice and smooth. Everything is off, right? And you're gonna see a couple clips of the after, how it looks. Looks kind of glossy, but then you'll see a little bit of zooming in or closer up look. There is a lot of oxidation, fadeness. You can see all the car wash marks, right? But that is a-okay, right? We're gonna go ahead and just put some protection. What we're gonna be using today is, I was going to go with the Coach Chemi P301 as my enhancement or my wax product because it has the lightest cut. And it gives me the ultimate gloss that I'm trying to chase, because with the wax, that's what you're trying to chase, is gloss mostly, right? We're gonna hide a little bit of the imperfections, right? But they'll come back. Once we do a strip wash, literally, this truck would look exactly the same when you use this product here, right? But given that this customer used my services again, which I greatly appreciate him keeping my number, we're gonna go ahead and use the Drive Auto. This is their primer polish ceramic infused, which I feel is gonna be a best bet for this one. Obviously, we're not gonna do a correction. We're still going to do an enhancement on it. How am I gonna achieve that? Is I'm literally just gonna do 2 good passes, and that's it, right? For the pad of choice, usually I'd go with my Rupes white foam, but I decided let's go ahead and use the Rupes medium cut, just so I can get just a nice little clean look on it, remove a little bit of the stripes, right? Obviously, some may say, man, you're at a correction stage already, you're losing money. Hey, sometimes I'm okay with that, right? But I want to give this customer just, you know, he's an older gentleman, right? And I always know, once you reach a certain age, maybe you're on Social Security, I do understand cost is always an issue, finances are an issue. Maybe that's why he hasn't reached out to me in years, but now he needs it, right? And you know, I honestly don't mind giving customers more for less, because hey, one day if I make it to their age, I'm gonna be in that same boat. Like, man, I don't even want to pay that, that's a lot, right? But I want to help all my elderly people as much as I can, especially with finances, right? And I just want to give them something that's going to make him say like, oh, wow, right? He used me 2 years ago. I honestly can say that my quality from 2 years ago is not what it is today. I can honestly say I feel 10 times more professional, 10 times more knowledgeable, and I just want to give results, right? And that's what we're going to do. Obviously, let's get to work on it, because, hey, time is money. Hopefully the camera can pick up and you guys can see a lot of stuff going on here, right? So we're gonna go ahead and just polish this here, so you can kind of see on how I do things. Always make sure you put your cord on your shoulder, because I get dinged so much for not having the cord on my shoulder. So if you're a professional, make sure you put it on your shoulder. We're gonna start it at a speed, usually 3 to blend. So we'll go 3 to blend. Now I'm gonna bump it up to a speed 5 really quick. And this is just gonna be quick passes on the panel, just to bring a lot of the gloss, and that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much it, just 2 passes. And check this out. Hopefully you guys can see a huge difference on this right here. So by having the right product, the right pad, you can drastically see this just kind of clean up. And here's a perfect example of enhancement. Before, after. That's an enhancement right there. So fade to nice and glossy. Another key benefit of using this product is that you don't have to wipe it off immediately. You can literally just let it sit there for the next 15 minutes, and then you can come wipe off. So for that, I do like it. I know some detailers don't like to just keep buffing off. So you can use this product. It'll give you plenty of time to just work at least these 2 doors and then come back and buff it off. If you're wondering why I don't have this truck taped, trim or nothing, this product will not stain, but enhance really the trim in a way. And we are to the end of this video. Again, thank you really for watching today's video, guys. Just a quick recap of what we used today. We used the Max Shine M8 polisher, which is a 8mm throw, very powerful enough to do corrections as well. And we use the Drive Auto Appearance Primer ceramic polish, which is perfect for this scenario, like you guys saw in the video. As far as the gloss, it definitely has a nice gloss. It finished off nicely. There are still just some minor imperfections that I'm not even happy with, but really there's only so much we can do with kind of the budget the customer wants. We want to deliver always, but at the same time you have to kind of always know, like, all right, this needs more than just an enhancement for this truck. It's time to do just a very thorough correction. We really need to remove a lot of imperfections that the paint has, but hey, there's a budget we have to stay within. The customer's finances are also important, so for that, that's why I kind of put this primer polish on there, which is going to give it up to 12 months. As to if we would have done like Coach Chemi P301, that one would have given maybe at least 6 months, which is truly what you should offer when doing hand waxes. And then you would go up to like a sealant, which gives you at least like a year, right? But today I went ahead and just put the Drive Auto polish because I feel like it was going to give this a very nice glossy finish, and you guys are gonna see, you know, like on the video, how it looks and the finished product. Again, there's gonna be a lot of imperfections, but from how it looked before to how it looks now, drastic change, and I can't wait to see this customer again. But just also a quick recap of when is the best time to offer these types of packages. The time is now, especially here in Dallas. This is the perfect time to start offering these paint enhancement packages from now until probably November. After November, usually I just don't even offer these because the weather is not going to be favorable, as well as just it's not gonna work. But right now is the perfect time because one, it is cool. We're like in the 70s, which is the perfect temperature for us to be applying this type of protection, as well as the paint stays cool. It's not hot, and the wheels are cool. So everything is just cool. It's not hot, so you don't have to worry about burning anything. But as well, really, I feel like the protection is going to last throughout these months because the temperatures don't even reach over 100 from here on out. So that's one of the reasons it's actually really good to do this now. Because if we do this like in August, a lot of these waxes and stuff like that, they fade out really quickly because the heat is so strong, right? The temperature is so high that the wax pretty much just kind of fades out, right? So sometimes, is it good to offer those in the hot summer months? No, usually I will offer them right now through November, or I will offer them like in the springtime before the hot summer months. That way I don't have to be doing any enhancements during the hot summer months. You always want to do it kind of in the beginning of the year and kind of towards the very end, like right now. So as far as the total on this one today, we started at 300. Customer wanted to do the interior as well, such as like a good basic wipe down and vacuum, and that's what we did. So the total on this one today was $400. We finished it in about, I think, 3.5 hours total, everything. So it worked out pretty well. So as always, thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. God bless you guys, and I'll see you next time.